And you can see it's around 50%, just over 54% of revenue, 49% of items, and 52% of transactions. So discounts really do drive a lot of sales for retailers. And they do work in terms of, if you look at the average selling price for discounted items over all items sold, is about £14 higher. So promotions work, and that's why retailers use them, and they use them a lot. But there is a big downside to promotions and discounts, and that's the damage they do to both your margins in the short term, so they reduce the amount of money you make, but also the damage they do to your brand in the long term. You set people up with the expectation that you're always going to be a discounting seller, and they can come and buy things from you. And there's some research on the slide there about proper research has been done that shows that's the case. They were setting expectations. So you've got these groups at either end of this, if we return to this diagram, where it's the case of there's people who would actually be willing to pay more, there's people who are not willing to pay. So when you launch an offer across your site that's 20% off for everyone, for everything, you're including in that all the people who would have paid more. You're including in that all the people who would never buy anyway. So the two questions you start to ask is, what is the right offer to give people, and who is the right people to receive that offer? And that's the sort of problem we're trying to solve at RevLifter. And that's all to do with understanding data, understanding more about the people who are coming to your site. What's their likely level of intent? How likely are they to buy? And what's the minimum offer you could potentially give them that might get them to buy if they weren't going to buy, or buy more, or buy again if they're a repeat customer?